The Benton County community fed up with an ongoing drug problem.
Ever since the Bath Police Department's criminal investigator position was cut a few months ago, some neighbors are worried for their own personal safety. WENY Samantha Potter has been investigating this issue and is here to tell us what she's learned in this special report.
John and Jennifer, these fears have been building up for years as neighbors say they watch drug transactions happen right in front of them and say the loss of the criminal investigator is devastating.
The village of Bath is home to less than 6,000 people. Its Liberty Street draws images of Main Street America filled with local shops, restaurants, landscaped gardens, and people strolling around downtown. But talk to a local and they may describe it differently.
To see it every day is overwhelming. It makes you feel like you have no control over anything in your neighborhood. And it's scary. And it just makes us want to leave. We just want to leave the village because of it.
This house here on Campbell Street has been home to the Morat family for the past 7 years. Natalie and Patrick say even with their recently installed video surveillance, they're ready to pack up their 2 sons and their belongings and leave the village.
It's so frustrating that at this point we just want to move. We want to move out in the country. We want to move away from it all. We don't want to be near it anymore.
This feeling started back in May.
At my yard sale, there was a man on the phone, and he was ordering his drugs at my yard sale, and a man came from a house on the corner, came out, gave him his drugs, and they did their exchange right at my yard sale. It was very disturbing. I felt very upset and violated, and it's embarrassing to live where I live now because I know that kind of stuff happens.
Drug transactions in broad daylight is something the Morat family became accustomed to, even their children.
When I see people walking by, I just make sure they don't have guns on them.
Natalie doesn't feel calling the police will make a difference because the 8-person department is overwhelmed.
It's just hard to do. Now everybody's got a job and a half, because everybody has to take up the slack for not having that position. And anybody will tell you it's just so busy that it's hard to handle a huge investigation that requires maybe a 6-hour interview. It's just not going to happen.
This past summer, the Bath Village Board cut the village's only criminal investigator. For 8 years, investigator Heather Berry's main job was helping fight the village's ongoing drug war. But since her job was eliminated, she's now a road patrol officer.
We're not seeing a huge impact right now. But when we do, it's going to be one of those situations where it's just too late. We will have lost the war.
Some neighbors have taken it upon themselves to make a change and take back the community. Creating a neighborhood watch is just one of those things.
And people are really supportive of us. They want this village back. They want the way it was 20, 25 years ago. And so do we, but there's 8 of us. So it makes it tough.
Tune in tomorrow where I'll tell you what the village is doing to combat the ongoing drug war and how community members are getting involved to take the village back. In the studio, Samantha Potter, WENY News.